All right, folks, you're in for a treat in this video. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use the power of tools, AI, as well as coding capabilities. So about a month ago, I posted a video that most of you really liked that was talking about how to use AI tools to help you with coding full-fledged applications. It's very exciting because now the barrier of entry for building stuff, actually building SaaS or software as a service, it's really almost non-existent because we have AI and tools have been built that help you, even if you don't know how to code, how to actually build some prototyping, building really good working applications. And so the video, you can check it out here. It was a hit. People liked it because it was actually leveraging bolt.diy under Autodev by Cole Madden. About a month or so ago, the owners of bolt.diy struck a deal with Cole to actually make Autodev, which was based off bolt.diy, to change the name to bolt.diy. Now, here's the cool part. With the new DeepSeek V3 model, which is the top model right now, it beats all of other models in so many benchmarks. I'm going to show you how to install bolt.diy on your machine locally and use the power of DeepSeek version 3, the top, the best, the highest model these days, to start building applications. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. All right, so the first thing we need to do here is let's go ahead and set us up. So we're going to go to DeepSeek.com. Is a company that is the backer, the creator of DeepSeek version 3, which is the top model for coding, math, and reasoning in general at this point. So let's take advantage of that. And so what you want to do is to go to Access API key. Now for me, it's going to go ahead and show this. The great thing is that at this point here, by the time you're watching this video, you probably still have the great thing is that also, besides this being the top model, it's also very cheap compared to previous version, as well as other models that are very popular, such as OpenAI, GPT-4o, and many others. Okay, so this is a big deal. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and say top up, create an account when you get here, by the way, and then top up and just add about $2. Okay, that should suffice. All right, so once you do that, you should be good. You'll be able to go to API keys and you can create a new API key, add your name and say create API key. And once you've done that, save that API key because we're going to be using in this video. Next, what you want to do, you can go to bolt.diy, or you can just go ahead and go to Google and type I should say, hit enter, and you should see the first link showing up there. So this is where you want to go. Click here and it should be taken to the repository for this project. Now keep in mind, this is open source, which means anybody can go and pick this and install locally and start using. Now you'll see that this is, I have an account with them, right? So this is where you can actually just ask it to do something. For instance, create a to-do list web app like that. Let's go ahead and look that. And what will happen now is that it's going to go ahead and give us the code and all the dependencies that are needed for us to be able to run that. And most importantly, once that is done, you will see that we should have a preview, or we can actually see the preview of the application. Look at that. So we have a nice to-do. I'm going to close that down. I can say hello world and say add, and there we go. We can click and also delete. Just like that, one prompt, I was able to see and create a very simple to-do list. And you can go back and look at the code. The beauty here is that you can go back and forth talking with it and look at what's going on. It gives us the whole project files and everything, and you can just even deploy from here. You can also connect to Supabase, I should say, for the backend. So this is the tool. This is bolt.diy, and the bolt.diy is the open source version of that. So how do we install locally? Well, let's go ahead back here, and you can see that you can read a lot of things, what's going on. And by the way, we have 9.2 thousand stars, which means it's really doing well. And also have 4.8 1,000 times that this has been forked, which means people are using it. You can see this is how it looks like. Support for multiple large language models, referred code to earlier versions, and all these things. And the beauty here is that a lot of people are working on this, which means each iteration, something new is added, some bugs are fixed. So this is very exciting. All right, so let's go ahead and see how to install this. Okay, so let's look at, if you're new to installing software from GitHub, don't worry. If you encounter any issues, feel free to submit an issue. Okay, let's get going here. So quick download, you can go ahead and download here, but I'm going to go ahead and look at the prerequisites. Now, there's two ways to run this locally, and as they show here, you can go ahead and install Node.js, which is a requirement if you want to run this first way. So just follow these instructions here. And then to run the application, in this case, option 1, you say npm install that, okay? And then install dependencies, and then say npm run dev. Now, very good. So the first thing, let's go ahead and download this. But what I will do, I'm going to use the other way to do this. So I'm going to go up here and say code, and I'm going to copy this link here. I'm going to say git clone and paste that. Hit enter. So this is going to clone the entire repository. If I say ls, you can see that we have bolt.diy, ls, let's say cd to bolt.diy, I should say. Oh, it should be bolt. Ls, you can see that we have all of this. Okay, so while I'm here, then let's go ahead and see what else am I supposed to do. Remember, you could have just downloaded like this, but either way works. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that you install Node.js in your local machine. Make sure you follow these instructions. And if you want to know if you have Node.js, you can just go ahead, open a terminal or command line and say node. You say version like this, and you should get a version soon that says something like this. I have 21.6 as a recording of this video. You may have something different. Okay, make sure you have that. If you're not, go ahead and follow this link and install and follow everything. Make sure all is good. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how to run this application. They say, first of all, we're going to install the package manager. So for me, I'm going to say sudo and paste that. And I'm going to pass the password, and that's installed. Very good. Next, let's install all dependencies. Again, make sure you're inside of the folder, right? Inside of the source folder. So I'm going to actually use npm to install all our dependencies. Okay. Very good. And then we're going to say npm run dev. I think he doesn't like pn. I'm just going to say npm. Okay, just like that, ladies and gentlemen, you can see that we should see this localhost 5173. So this is the place where this is running. So you can say command and click, or you can just copy this and go to a new browser and enter. And just like that, you have bolt.diy, and it's open. Look at this. Very cool. So it looks very similar to bolt.new. The other thing you want to do is, if you want to do using Docker, this is the second way of doing the same thing. You can do that. Follow this. I usually like Docker, but you have to have Docker installed and everything. But otherwise, either way works, as long as things are working, and you can see it working like this. All right, so now we have everything set up here. If you try to say hello, hit enter, you can see that we should have probably some issues here. This is not working. So if you got some issues, always refresh, and it should get you to something like this. Now, the first thing you want to do here is that you have you have to make sure that you attached an API key and the model you want to use. Okay, if you click here, you can see we have different offers here. We have Anthropic, DeepSeek, and Cohere, Google, Llama, and all of that stuff. So I'm going to focus on DeepSeek because that is what we want to do. We're going to use the version 3 to help us build something. Okay, and so what do you do next? We have DeepSeek Coder and DeepSeek Chat. So let's go to DeepSeek Chat. Now let's add the API key. So to add API key, just click here and go get the API key that you got earlier and add it here. So again, if you go here, go to APIs, I'm going to just create a new API key, tester. I'm going to delete this once I'm done. copy. So get your own, make sure you've added at least $2, and then we're back here and paste like that, say okay, and looks like DeepSeek API is set. Now I'm going to go ahead and say, for instance, build a to-do app in React using Tailwind. Click, and look what's happening now. All of a sudden, this is what you see. It goes ahead and is writing the code. We'll give it a moment. Looks like it runs into some issues. Let's see, and even asks you, okay, do you want to have Bolt look at it? Yes, I'm going to say ask Bolt. I click on that, and it's going to go ahead and refresh and rerun until hopefully finds the issues, and just like that. So it got into a problem. It knew that we could ask it to solve the problem, and just like that, now, ladies and gentlemen, we see that we have everything there. So I can click here to just see code, or I can click here to just see the application. This is the preview. So I can say hello world. I'm going to add, and there we go. Can click and so forth. Now if I want, I can also go back here and go to the chat and say, for instance, make sure that the web app looks really nice with dark mode setting. Okay, let's see what's going to happen. So now I am using, again, remember, we're using DeepSeek here, and I can change in the middle if I wanted to use a different provider. So it's writing code, making sure everything is okay, and once it's done, hopefully it's going to give us something. Okay, just like that, we have now the dark mode. Is that correct? Click and hello dark mode. Can add, we still have the same thing, and just like that. Now what does that mean? It means that we have so much that we can do. Imagine that you want to create a prototype that you want to present to stakeholders or your boss, your manager, or maybe you want to build something for yourself or start a company. Now no longer do you really have to have coding skills, although I would say it will help to have some coding skills, but at least to put together a prototype, and even things are, applications that really work well, it is now possible using these tools. One, you're using locally. This is bolt.diy. You don't have to go and have to pay 20 or however much they charge you per month with bolt.new. You just have to invest a little bit for the APIs, the API keys and everything. In this case, we're using DeepSeek version 3, which is really good. And you're set. You can now use the prompts to build whatever you want. You can see I was under 9. This is what I had before, 994. If I refresh, you will see that only about 1 cent that I've used, and I was able to prompt it and get a lot of code. Now keep in mind, a lot of code was generated, a lot of tokens were generated and used. So that tells you that it's really cheap, especially now that we have this deal with DeepSeek version 3. And it's really powerful and it's working. So this is what I wanted to show you in this video, how simple it is now for you to build your own applications using open source tools, right? We have bolt.diy, and also we use the top model DeepSeek version 3 to help us actually code our application. Now this was a simple demonstration, but you can see the power that you have, and with all that you can see that we're not even spending that much, right? We're still at 93 cents. So about 2-3 cents, if that we've spent so far, and we get something pretty decent here. Okay, so I hope this was helpful, and tell me what you think of this tool and how things are going. And if you have any issues at all, you can go back to the documentations, and they have everything you need to troubleshoot and make sure that everything is running nicely on your end. So thank you so much for your time. Till next time, be well.